Another problem is when we're dealing with uh, the sum of all the coefficients of the expansion x plus y to the n. So sum of all the previous problem, we have the formula n c r minus 1, which is r minus 1, then x n minus r minus 1. Okay, now we are going to sum them, no? To sum all the coefficients in the expansion x plus y to the n. So find the sum of the coefficients of the expansion 3x minus y. So actually, just simply use the formula here. So which is r is equal to 1 to the n. Okay, we just sum. So therefore, this one is the sum is summation of when the first r is equal to 1 to the n, which is 6. Okay, so n is equal to 6, c to the r minus 1. Then actually we have 3x here, so we should write 3. Okay, then we have minus 1 for the y, so you just ignore the x. Okay, ignore x and y, okay, because we're looking at the coefficients. So the exponent of 3 is okay, so let's make some space. So we know that negative 1 is r minus 1, so then x is equal to 6 minus r minus 1. Okay, we can use our calculator here. So we have summation is summation is this shift this is in complex mode, so this is the summation. So we have 6 combination r minus 1, so assume x, then minus 1, and then you have 3 to the power of 6 minus alpha x minus 1, and then you have negative 1 raised to the power of r minus 1, so this is x and minus 1. Okay, so that's the equation there, and then x from 1 to n, which is 6. Okay, so you have here, so the answer is 63. So take note here, you have 6cx minus 1 times, don't forget the times, otherwise there will be a syntax error. Then 6 minus r minus 1, which is x minus 1, then negative 1 to the x minus 1. So if you forget the negative 1 here, so we will have trouble here. So this will not be anymore 63. So you should write the negative 1, okay? Otherwise you will get wrong. So this one is very important, as well as the 3. So these are the coefficients of your x. Okay. So that's 63. Now another problem is find the sum of the coefficients of the expansion x plus 2 to the 12. Okay, very simple. What we can do is you have the n combination r minus 1 summation r from 1 to n, and then you have x, which is actually 1. The coefficient is 1, so you have n minus r minus 1, then that's 2. There's no y there, you just write 2, and then raise to the power of r minus 1. So we have using our calculator here, so we have summation shift log, and then you have n is equal to 12 combination, then r minus 1, so we have x minus 1, don't forget the comma, then times 1 to the any value is 1, so you may not need to write this one like 12, but it's good practice, no, to write, no? Minus 1, and then times 2 to the power of r minus 1. So r is x, alpha x minus 1. Okay, so I'm practicing the parentheses. Then x from 1 to 12. Okay, so press enter. Then you will get the answer 527345. 527345. Okay, so that's it. Very easy, and you don't need a very long solution. Very good.